leaving a driveway.
Here's what's going to be interesting about this pod is you will inevitably, because you do it the second you think of anything funny, you will dump your whole act into this podcast. So if people watch it, they'll be like, well, I don't need to see J-Dub for 2 months because he just told me everything his fucking brain's thought of the whole way down.
Hey man, you might catch some gold on here.
This podcast is us on the way down to Crestview, Florida, literally starting in the metropolis of Prattville, Alabama.
We're going down to bomb Florida.
That's right. The terror threat in Crestview, Florida is pretty high tonight.
We're about to go bomb the shit out of a state.
Remember they did like different colors?
Oh, like threat assessment? This is threat assessment gringo?
This is red. I can't remember what all they were, but I remember orange being one.
Oh yeah, it's the
terror threat.
Yeah.
You would see it when you walked in the airports.
But there was
absolutely
one that,
nothing you could do about it.
Had as well, like threat level.
I assume that they just wanted to scare the shit out of you. I don't know. Maybe they thought if you see something, say something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't like the sun coming in.
That didn't help at all.
Nah, I don't know where it's coming. It'll be alright.
That won't affect it at all. That big A-barm in the way won't bother it at all.
This is disguised as a podcast, but really we're just testing. Your Zoom thing is recording?
Yeah. Wait, no, I don't know. We probably did all this with no audio. Nope, look at me go. I never hit the actual, no SD card. Oh yeah, that's in my pocket. Look at here. Old habits, new solutions.
You're about to notice the audio get way better.
Yeah. Blame it on the migraine.
I mean, 1,000 shows, he still doesn't get audio half the time.
That's why this is a beautiful moment. Drive yourself, car.
Oh, is it good? Is it recording for sure?
Double check it.
I'd rather not.
It'll show you on camera proving that you checked my work.
No, I'd rather be able to pin it all on you because I know I'm recording.
I got you. Now you got me second guessing myself. Thanks. We are 24 or 5 seconds in.
Okay.
We've made progress.
Well,
all right, so we're leaving Prattville, headed to Crestview, Florida.
It's just going to be how long is this podcast going to be? 2 hours and 24 minutes. Y'all buckle up.
Until people call. So somebody's inevitably going to call and fuck it up.
Nah, I won't have anybody calling me.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, what's up?
What are you laughing about?
The awkward silence. It's weird.
Oh, God, please don't be vaping the whole way down. Please don't. It smells terrible.
Man, if you could complain a little bit more.
No, seriously, I've had it with the vaping all week. Everybody's got to vape 24/7. Just fucking, decompress from vaping, if you don't mind. Just decompress.
Oh, man.
Take a Tylenol, get some autism going, running through your veins, and let's go down here and have a good comedy show.
I got a whole bottle of autism right here.
Why is this guy just stopping in the middle of the road?
Yeah, people in this town love to not use their blinkers. I think that's their favorite thing. They just...
Well, look, have you ever replaced blinker fluid? It's very expensive these days. Maybe they're trying to save the bulb in there.
I'm saving up for my chem light recharger.
What?
It's the same concept. It doesn't exist. You've never heard of a chem light recharger?
No, blinker fluid is like the known thing that you would sell abroad if she came in to get her oil changed. And, they don't know anything about cars. You would say, hey, your blinker fluid is disgusting. We need to change it.
That's his opinion, folks. He thinks women don't know anything. Not me.
Listen.
There's no way I'd be that
That didn't come out of left field. Trust me, your demographic is not women, so don't worry about it. You're not talking to any women on this.
It's a good thing.
We just passed something called Cooter's Pond.
That's right. That's a good spot. That's where
Guys, we're on our way to an American Legion, and we just passed the Cooter's Pond.
That's correct. people in Prattville know. I mean, if anybody in Prattville ever saw this, they're probably not gonna. But that's our spot, man. That's where we launch boats, go fishing. It's a nice park.
Any background story you want to tell me on how Cooter's Pond got its name?
I've never gotten an answer. I've asked several times. I've never gotten an answer. I can tell you, when I was a kid, it was like it is now, happening. Like it's the good spot. But there for several years, it was a known place for gay men to go find other men.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's much Cooter in this situation so far.
The opposite of Cooter. I'd like to believe it was somebody whose nickname was Cooter, but I've never gotten an honest answer.
How recent? You don't know the history of it?
I don't. Nobody's ever talked about it. You get to this part of the water from it, and that's when you head out that way. There's a bar we like to go out to. You get to it by the river. You can get there by land, but not if you go. Called Jake's.
I'm trying to remember how old I was when I found out that Cooter is not just a character on Dukes of Hazzard and is actually a word, slang for vagina.
Oh, there are so many.
Yeah, I just can't remember how young I was when I made that discovery.
I remember hearing the term coochie used to reference vag and thinking then that the song Alan Jackson, It Gets Hotter Than a Hoochie Coochie, I thought he was
Is that
saying,
what he's talking about in that song?
I don't have a clue, but I thought the line was, it gets hotter than a hoochie's coochie. Because I'd heard women of the whorish nature being referred to as hoochies.
I've always referred to vagina as warm, but never hot. Have you ever stuck? I feel like it can only get, even if they're sick, it can only get to like 101, 102 or whatever. That's your head that gets that temperature, right? Does the vagina match your...
It's your whole body, for the most part.
I got my temperature taken as a kid in my rectum.
I don't doubt that.
It was so weird at 14 years old to be.
So you're gonna go through your whole act.
No, I don't have a bit about getting my but I do remember. I don't know how old I was, but I remember a time when my mom checked. You know what? We're about to find out. This is a special segment on the podcast called Call Your Mom and Find Out embarrassing shit about you.
Finally, some content.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I got a question for you.
All right.
How old was I when you stopped taking my temperature rectally?
I don't know, 3 or 4.
Okay.
Okay, but how old was he when he stopped requesting it?
Yeah, okay, that's enough. Hey, look
maybe, you know what? Maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 or less. It's just when you can understand how to do it the right way, which is probably about 3. Why are we having this
You did
discussion?
change.
I was about to say, did you change the thermometer? Because you didn't just give me bad breath starting at 3 years old, did you?
Oh, come on. No, I just used the same thermometer. I just switched ends.
What? Oh, man.
These are 3-way phone calls with Jay and David.
Yeah. The reason I wanted we're doing a podcast on the way down to Crestview, Florida.
Hey, listen. My baby shit don't stink. Okay?
Yeah.
It does now.
Yeah, it definitely does now. You go on the road with me for 2 seconds, you would know.
Anyway, you were on your way down what?
I'm filming a podcast and I want to film it so I can come up with new bits, and I'm already on to something here with you taking my temperature rectally. What are you saying? I had a problem sticking a thermometer in my mouth under my tongue and holding it?
Well, when you're 6 months old, of course.
Yeah, but
1 year old, you don't know how to do
You were
that.
a dumb baby.
yeah, I was a real dumb baby.
Jeez.
So dumb. Couldn't even walk.
I would think if I could walk, which I started walking at how young?
I would imagine 3
Well,
and
you were
6
about
your head is.
13 months old, 14 months when you walked. You and Michael both were late walkers.
Dubz got a big ass head.
Yeah, it was my big forehead. It was a little top heavy. I probably smacked into everything.
That boy built like an apple.
He's either blind or got a fat head. I can't figure out if it's a combo of the two.
Yeah. So where you headed?
Crestview, Florida.
For the third time.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And I'll tell you one more time before I hang up, because I
Put a counter
know
at the
you're
bottom
getting
of
up
the
there.
screen.
What?
Nothing. J-Dub's just talking over me while I'm talking to you. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
But I'll teach him how to podcast. By the time we get done with this, he'll have it figured out. Green light, red light. All right. Love you.
I love you too. Be careful.
All right. Bye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So that's the answer. Did you you still prefer having your temperature taken regularly?
I
I mean, you do swing both ways. Is that just, can you get a quick fix by checking your temperature when you feel sick? You're like, oh, I feel sick again, honey.
No,
Get out that 12-inch thermometer. Daddy's got a tummy ache. Assume the position.
You get your temperature checked and you have a tummy ache.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't get pegged. I get my temperature taken by my wife.
I'm not saying you're gay. I'm just saying you keep going back to the proctologist.
I think these people ran out of gas. You just want to go around them.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing. See what I mean about blinkers?
We're just coming to a stop in the middle of a state highway.
No, he's turning. You see what I mean about blinkers?
Oh, yeah.
He has them. She, I guess. They're on the car. She's just like, can't be bothered. Or they've blown already and she just doesn't have a man in her life that can change the blinker bulb.
Okay.
Shit, you brought your chauvinism over here. Now I'm saying crazy stuff. I cannot believe he called your mom, but that's funny.
What is this?
It seems like a great time to look. Is that a dog turd on your back porch?
No. That was a cell phone.
She said she found her
Muchas gracias is Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Spanish. I know Spanish.
Yeah. You know what you can do? You can go on Google and go Spanish to English translator or English to Spanish translator.
I was just thinking out loud. I have Google and I use it fine.
What you want to say, and then it populates it in Spanish, and then you copy and paste that in your text thread, and then they respond in Spanish. Copy that, post it in the flip, and it tells you what they're saying in English. It's incredible. I don't think the phone can see this, but the screen over here can see this. It sucks that it can't, but I would love for the camera to see how comically big the words on your screen are because you're blind. It brings joy to my heart. Now, it's you and my grandmother are the two people I know that have exaggerated messages for your eyesight. Is LASIK even an option for you?
No, it's called glaucoma. There is no fixing it. I will be blind one day. While you make your jokes, I will be blind one day.
It's not going to change my jokes. Albert does fine. He's still funny.
He did 30.
He did.
Kind of like you're going to do 45.
Yeah, Casio was for me, and I was like, oh, I forgot my clock. How about that? We'll have to find another way to keep time.
You have a watch on?
I do. Heavy timer. I know. Yeah, I tell you what, we're going to Hollywood.
What do you mean?
I do feel like, though, this is the first time in my life, like, when I was a kid, Hollywood was like a big deal. It was a crazy big deal. Like, if people that went to Hollywood, like, you just thought, even if they were waiting tables in Hollywood, they'd made it. Like, that was like...
Who thought that?
I'm saying, because I knew people that went, did it, figured it out.
Just making the voyage means they made it?
No, I'm saying, like, they would have. I've seen them, show up in commercials. To us, that was making it because we had no metric for success. I mean, you came through my town earlier to meet me. You see that there's a lot to brag about.
I remember as a kid when I would go see people like Poison and Aerosmith and White Line and all these. Well, I would go to the Civic Center and see them in Birmingham. I would, in my head, go, oh, these are just guys that, these are like, what's the word I'm looking for? These are guys that are just imitating the real guys. The real people would never come to Birmingham, Alabama. In my head, that's what I
Really?
thought. Yeah, I'd see them on
You thought
stage.
these were like well-done cover bands?
Just people dressed up as the actual people. I would wonder that. I would be like, surely they wouldn't come to Birmingham. Surely they would farm it out to some other guys that are talented players. That's just the way you think when you're in a small town. Like, nobody that big of a star would ever come to this city.
I saw Garth Brooks shoot out of a grand piano in Birmingham, Alabama, and it blew my mind, dude.
What did he shoot out?
He did. He shot out the middle of a grand piano and then landed on top of it and started singing. I'm
What?
pretty sure it was Callin' Baton Rouge is the song he was singing, because that's what's playing in my head as I think about it.
That would still crush.
It did.
If he
It
did
murdered.
that today.
Like, there was...
That song's bigger today than it was when you saw him.
I can tell you, my first concert, I'm 4, I don't remember much of it, just that it was the Doobie Brothers. And I didn't realize, like, I didn't even know what they sang for years. Like, I want to, that's why I think the streaming services kind of rule, because you get to figure out the artists that, radio never said everybody's name, so sometimes you would just hear a song and not know who was who. Like, I thought the Georgia Satellites and George Thorogood were the same band for a long time.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who Billy Squier was until I realized, oh, I know a bunch of these songs. Like, that's crazy. I never knew that's who this was. And I thought the Sunglasses at Night was Billy Idol. I didn't even know who Corey Hart was. So, anyway, the point is, like, I went from Doobie Brothers to Reba McEntire to Garth Brooks to a pile of gospel groups, because my grandparents loved gospel concerts, and then I started seeing stuff on my own. Like,
do gospel groups just play for the love of the Lord, or do you have to give
they
them
get
money?
paid. Like, these
Like,
gospel
do you have to
conventions-
pay to get in?
Oh yeah. And we went to a lot of them. Like, there were, I knew full.
Were they mostly
catalog of
bluegrass?
songs. Nah, there were some. They were like quartets and duets and family bands where everybody did a thing. Like, some played, some sang. There was
How well attended were they?
So, like, the big 3 that I remember, well, really 4. There was the McCameys, Gold City, Kingsman, and Ivan Parker. Like, and then after a while, Brian Freed Assurance was a thing. But he was a member of, I think he was like the piano player and the soprano of Kingsman or Gold City, one of the two. And then King's Gold got together and made a super group. And I've never seen an empty chair in those concerts. Like, they were like church version of seeing Aerosmith. I mean, scale it down, what I'm saying. There was nowhere to sit. Like, you were standing room only in those shows. And they were good.
Yeah, I never went to see a Christian band once. And I went to a Christian school, and I just never even slightly considered going. I didn't even hear of any coming. I didn't even know they were a thing.
Well, it wasn't until I was probably 13-ish. We went to City Stages in Panama City, or whatever it's called. Not Panama City, Pensacola.
No.
City Fest.
City
like
Fest.
that. Yeah. And we saw, it was, come on, brain, give it to me. Steve Miller Band, Foreigner, Cinderella, and I want to say Heart. I think it was 4 bands. I remember that. And I remember my dad was like, this is going to be awesome.
He wasn't like, I wish they would sing about the Lord more.
Oh, no. He was drugged to those churches. He tried to play church guy for a while, but it just didn't work out.
I thought your dad was a preacher.
No. My dad is a mechanic.
Yeah, I know he does that now, but I thought he...
No, he was a forklift mechanic when I was growing up. Like, that was his thing. He worked on a lot of vehicles and forklifts, but he was almost a deacon in the church. But I think he saw the corruption in the church about the same time I did. Like,
Church is like, you can, like, religion, I understand people believing in it, but church, specifically having to go to a church. Church should be wherever you are, wherever you get personal with. I don't understand why there's so many religions and every single one of them think that theirs is the right one. How could that possibly be out of the thousands of religions? How could everybody's be the one? I don't understand that.
So I have a theory on that because I've had some time to do some research, and I think that
God is not real.
No, I don't think that at all. The opposite. I think God is very real. I just don't know that God is to understand. And this is at best, man. This is just my interpretation. So let's start at that point. As I understand the image of God to be too great for a man's eyes to be laid upon, and his voice would be too verbose for a man to hear, that you would be vaporized instantly, as if running into the sun, like the physical sun. Like you would not survive it. Because I don't think God, as an essence, is male, female. I think God is energy, like the cult, like the nucleus of it all. Like that would be God. And not that you can't worship it, but like the supreme creator. It's all a starting point. Like to me, an architect did all of this. This isn't, the idea. Even if you take people away, the fact that
I can hear people tuning out right now.
Yeah, they're. The shortened version of it is everything exists exactly like it's supposed to for everything to work in this symbiosis, and that can't be accidental. It just can't. Like I can't imagine two rocks collide in space and then boom, this happens a couple million years later, and then we're all supposed to be like, yeah, that makes sense. I just don't think that's how it works. But I've also, through like tripping balls and like doing high doses of mushrooms and hallucinogenics, I feel like I've experienced the edges of that to understand, oh, okay, this makes sense because it's not the way we can define it.
But the Bible doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It depends on how you look at it.
The earth is definitely just a little bit older than 2,000 years.
I don't get where that comes from. It's because the people that translate it that way, if you're saying AD beget, if AD starts when Jesus dies, because that's what some theory is, so that's just from Jesus' death forward. That makes no sense to the age of the earth, because there's a whole Old Testament that happened hundreds of years before Jesus is even thought of. Like, this is history, so even like that would never make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mesopotamia predates all of that. And there, the Babylonian shit, that's all predating 2,000 years ago.
Yeah. My first concert.
Please change the subject.
My first concert, I remember pretty vividly. For so many aspects. One, my mom and dad took me, and a friend of mine at the time, Jason Glover, went with us.
Shout out Jason Glover.
Wherever he is, if he's watching. And they had a huge inflatable dick that came out of the stage. I would say it's about 15 feet high. God, that thing stinks so bad. What flavor is that?
It's supposed to be
orange turd bowls? It smells like, you ever walked in a bathroom after somebody shit and it's just horrific and they tried to spray potpourri over it and you're like, oh my God. It's like potpourri and fish guts in here, dude. It's crazy.
6 cans of shark shit. Alright, so inflatable dick story.
Yeah, it came out of the stage for
What band was this?
Beastie Boys.
Did you say that anyway?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill Tour, 1984, my first concert.
I was 2.
Jacob went to it, a singer in my band. He went to it. And when the dick came out of the stage, like if that happened today, I think people would be like, what the hell's going on? Back then, everybody was like, fuck yeah, man, yeah. People were like going crazy, and we were at the Bow Auditorium in Birmingham, and I remember my mom and dad were like sitting like this, and there were just people all around and going, yeah. We were like laughing. I remember me and my brother looking at each other laughing, going, this is crazy. And then we went home that night, and my dad made us get all of our Beastie Boys shit, posters, t-shirts, everything, put it all in a big pile, and he just fucking stomped on it, threw it in the trash. He was like, no more. Can't believe I took a client of mine's son to see a big dick come out of the stage. I think it was just for the last song or two. They were throwing beer around everywhere. Anyway, the next morning, the Birmingham News made an article where the Beastie Boys were banned from ever returning to Birmingham to perform again.
We live in the Bible Belt, folks. Shit like this happens.
I'm sure of all their stops on the tour, Birmingham was like, man, wouldn't it be great if we could get banned from ever coming to that city again?
So, musically, I come into the world with 70s and 80s rock and hair metal as an album collection that my parents have, and I find I love it.
See, that's crazy.
And
Mom
then they took it
did
all
not.
away, replaced it all with country music in the early 90s. I mean, this is like when Columbia House, the tapes had just come out. My dad got a whole bunch of them.
They were listening. My parents were listening to country when I was born. They listened. I remember my dad walking in on "Dude Looks Like a Lady," and
What
him
is
going.
this filth?
He goes, "Dude, the naked lady. What kind of shit are you listening to?" And he banned me from watching MTV for 2 years, 3 years. And it was the Twisted Sister video that caused him to ban it.
Oh, wait.
When he goes, what do you want to do with your life? I want to rock. And he falls out the window, and it's like all about disrespecting the father. And my dad was like,
We're done with that.
we're done with that. And then my dad, a few years later, was like, I'm done with life, actually. You know?
Because he couldn't take it.
Yeah, he's not going to take it anymore. That's what he said.
It's so dark.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty
Dee
funny.
Snider killed somebody. The
No.
long game.
Yeah, he played the long game. What were you going to say?
So I forgot. They're like right before the country segment is when the like Vanilla Ice or Mix-a-Lot, like all
I went to that
It
concert.
was huge.
I went to that 2 in a room, Vanilla Ice and Fishbone.
And then Vanilla Ice gets sued, and it was like right after that it went to country, and then it went to like when Hootie and the Blowfish.
Are you talking about what your parents were listening to, therefore you had to?
Yeah, I got stuck with this. This is how I'm stuck in this because I have no ability to get my own music in. So I'm whatever the fuck they like, I have to like. And by the time I get to high school, I'm over all of it. Like all the Christian, all the country. I see Metallica for the first time, like a music video. I've never even seen these videos. Beavis and Butthead is how I got introduced to Tool and Metallica. That was the devil's music, and we were not allowed to have it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because the devil likes it, you can't like it too.
Yeah,
What if
secular music.
what if the devil just happens to love Celine Dion as well?
You can have that bitch.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
Take her.
I wish I'd have been smart enough to formulate that kind of an argument
yeah.
as a kid and been like, yeah, but I heard the devil also likes the Oak Ridge Boys. So why are we listening to that shit every day? Bop a mow mow till I throw up. Why are we listening to this shit?
That's what a fool believes.
All that. The devil likes all kinds of music. Yeah, all that R&B soul. I remember my dad playing the song Chuck Berry, My Ding-a-Ling. I'm gonna be like, oh, this. You mean to tell me
This is quality work, son.
that the devil ain't gonna be a big fan of Chuck Berry's My Ding-a-Ling? Chuck Berry, what a guy, huh? He beat them women. Oh, isn't there like a video of him pissing on a woman?
Dude, I thought that was R. Kelly.
No, him
Are
too.
you telling me that R. Kelly ripped off Chuck?
Are you telling me pissing on women is a black thing? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I mean, I've done it.
Yeah, but you do it without them knowing. You're in the shower and being like,
Oh, don't give up all the secrets.
that could not be satisfying to like.
I'm not even going to speculate on that. But so being sheltered from it, when I got into the I could drive years in the early, like I started every concert I could go to, I went to, and I got to see phenomenal bands. Like Motley Crue before Vince got fat and couldn't sing anymore. That was fun. Being introduced to Slipknot by way of a concert was not as much fun. I didn't even know who Slipknot was. I just ended up at a concert going, what the fuck is this?
I took my son to see Slipknot. Riker was like, they're fucking terrifying. He didn't say fucking, but he said, they're terrifying. I was like, yeah, I agree with you, son. Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
I just thought maybe you'd enjoy their mask, but really they're kind of scaring the hell out of me. Let's get out of here.
So what you're saying is you projected your fears onto your kid?
No, I let him say it to me first. I just echoed it and was like, buddy, I'd much rather go grab a pizza than watch this.
We're skipping over a very important part of this conversation.
What?
Did your son give you some indication that he would like Slipknot? Like, was there a song on the radio?
No, no. You just introduce your kids to all kinds of music. You don't know what they're going to gravitate to.
A concert?
Yeah, I had free tickets to it. Why wouldn't I go?
All right.
J-Dubz, do you know how many concerts you would be going to today if they were in your town and you got free tickets to? You would be consumed with it. I know you. You would be going to shit you do not even care about because you got a free ticket.
Maybe not now.
Mm-mm.
I'm more selective now. But in my 20s, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, well, we both...
I mean, I chased your band around for a couple of years, so yeah, I mean...
We both got kind of introduced to Slipknot together, and we both were like, it's going to be a no for me, dog. Let's get out of here.
Go ahead and pass.
And by the way, great band. And they had, what's his name, son with them at the time, right before he quit, right before they fired him. The guy that did Conan O'Brien's band, what was his name?
Oh, Jay Weinberg?
Yeah, Max Weinberg's son.
That's been recently.
Yeah, I saw him. It's been within 2 years I've seen Slipknot.
I don't know why I pictured like Riker at 6. Being like, Dad, this ain't my jam, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm not into mask bands, really. I like Ghost. That's more
I still struggle to connect with that.
With Ghost?
Yeah.
I thought you were a huge fan of it.
No, Volbeat. It's like, they were on tour together for a while. It was the only other time I could have gotten to see them, but they weren't close enough.
Yeah, Ghost is a vibe band. Like, if I'm in the mood, I'll listen to Ghost for a good hour, and then I'll change it. Never bought a t-shirt of Ghost, but I'll follow them. I like them.
I've heard a couple songs that I'm like, all right, but I haven't, like, I don't know how you approach music, but for me, like, there's got to be a song that hooks me. And I go, okay, I want to know more about this band. Like, I know that, like, Sober hooked me into Tool.
But now, how often now do you listen to Sober?
If it's in my rotation.
Oh, I'll skip it every time.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's the Jesse's Girl of Tool songs to me.
There are moods, like, who was that? It doesn't matter. I was telling somebody this the other day that, like, there are certain Tool albums that connect to certain moods. Like, I don't want to listen to, like, if I'm in like a relaxed, kind of introspective mood, then I'll listen to 10,000 Days. But I don't really listen to 10,000 Days much unless I'm in that mood, because it's kind of a lower frequency album, except for like maybe the first 2 songs. But well, John B. hits pretty hard. I like that song, but
I don't know the names of most Tool songs. I just like Tool.
I'm not surprised.
But I don't know the lyrics to a lot of Lynam songs.
I am also not surprised.
Right, so
I don't know a lot of lyrics to Lynam songs.
I used to have to reply to messages because Jacob and Mark would never even bother to reply. But people would be like, what are you saying in line 3 of this song?
Oh my
in the
God.
second verse? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what he's saying.
I was one of those people.
And
not to y'all, but I've done that with people.
I would ask Jacob, and Jacob would be like, I mean, I don't want to say. Just let them, whatever, if it had, whatever they think, because you could ruin what a song means to somebody by telling them what it says, A, and B, what you wrote it about. Like, some people could be like, oh, I thought that was about this, and it was real personal to me, but you said it's about a swing and a miss at home plate, how it affected you in baseball, the rest of your life, how it carried out through, and people are like, damn, I thought it was something way deeper than that, and it really, I thought it struck a chord with me, so that's why he hates even putting lyrics in I think we did with Slave to the Machine on the big CD fold out, but I understand that side of it too. You want to know what they wrote, but also I'm just never a lyric guy. I don't know. I don't pay. I hear somebody singing like an instrument, so it's not words to me. It's just like melody.
Yeah, I get that. Like you had said something about that a while back to me, and I was saying something about.
That's just my broken brain.
No. I actually started to think about it. Like, if I'm not gonna sing along with the song, or I'm not gonna like sing in karaoke or something, I don't think I really pay attention to the lyrics much at all. Like, if it's not, because like there's a lot of Tool songs, I cannot tell you all the lyrics to them, and I don't care.
I'll know the lyrics to a song and not know what it's about. Like I just know phonetically the words are like in this order and they say that, but I don't know. I never
You don't think about it, break it down, and assume it.
I mean, I say that some songs lyrically, like some Pearl Jam songs and Coldplay songs, like the words mean a lot to me. But just my default is just to hear it as an instrument.
I've heard so many stories about that Yellow Ledbetter lyrics thing.
Okay, because I know the real story. What is all the stories you've heard?
I think you were the one that started it when you were telling me that. But I remember hearing.
I was in the fan club when it came out.
So I remember hearing there were no real words.
Right.
I remember hearing that there was a contest for who could recreate the lyrics off of sound, and whoever got closest, or if they got it, but it was kind of a scam thing because there were no real words.
Right. The prize, I don't remember what it was, but the prize was unbelievable. So people were like submitting like crazy because they thought, if I win this thing, this is crazy what I get to do. I can't even remember what it was.
I've heard he did it as a joke.
Nope.
I've heard he did it hammered.
Maybe, but I mean, who knows? But
I heard that there were lyrics, but they got replaced when it got recorded because he was hammered.
No.
I mean, and what was the other one?
It was just a ghost track. He recorded a ghost track, and they kept it and used it. So
like
he didn't.
He was just making
vocal
noises to go along with the melody.
It was like his, I don't know, second or third listen through the song, and he was just like, I'm just going to like mumble some stuff and try and come up with stuff later, but in this vein, and they ended up keeping it. That's what it was.
But he does perform it live.
Yeah.
So he's got to by now have written something down.
No, he just makes up. He does it different a lot live too.
Really?
Yeah. He says that he's never sang it the same way twice, but
that's probably by now probably not possible.
I mean, dude, what he does with that song, this is no shit. What he does with that song is what Jacob did with every cover song we ever played the whole time we were in a band. Just nobody picks up on it. I mean, musicians might, but we never were a band that played to musicians. We don't give a shit what musicians think.
I used to love, this is a thing of Lynam, as a fan of Lynam, that I remember used to crack me up. Once I felt like I was in on this joke, maybe I wasn't. Y'all would start out a song that would be a deeply popular in the moment song. I mean, I'd have to think back years to think about what was current. Pop songs even. And y'all would start them and hit like right around the first verse, and the crowd would be like, fuck yeah. And then y'all would just dump the song and go to something else. Or like somebody would be like, sing such and such, and Jacob would start it out like, and we would be like, fuck, they knew that. And then nothing. It would just like first couple of notes, maybe the first lyric or two, maybe even up to the chorus, or y'all would just do the chorus and then cut it, and then would go right into something else.
Yeah.
And I would watch how mad, especially drunk college girls, would get so pissy when y'all didn't do their song. Then it would make me laugh.
We just knew bits, and I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. If that were the case, we just didn't know the arrangement well enough to do any more than that. So we immediately pivot into something else where you don't have a chance to complain about it, because here's this other song that you.
So it wasn't that deep either. Because I saw y'all do it so many times. I began to think this is part of the act. Like this is something y'all do.
No.
Yourselves while playing.
He would just Jacob. I mean, we would just follow him because Mark can follow his left hand, Because Jacob, sometimes when we were playing something new, you would know if he swung his arm out like this while he was playing it, so that Mark over stage right would be able to see his left hand and be able to play along with him. And it would just be our way of seeing how a song would react. We didn't know the whole song. He didn't know the whole song. He's just like, oh, I know this little part of it. Let me play this. And he'd play it with full plans on dumping it right after he gets almost to the chorus or right after the chorus. And then he would do it. And then after the show, we'd be like, oh, man, did you see how they acted for that da-da-da song? Yeah, maybe we should learn it. And then we might learn it down the road or we might not.
Well, that was abrasive. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. There was a band called Pop-Tart Monkeys.
I remember them.
They did nothing but medleys. And they had like 3 1-hour sets of nothing but just this song going straight into this song and this song going into this song. They also would change the lyrics. They were out of Pennsylvania. They would also change the lyrics to something funny. So you were like, not only were they quickly going from song to song with no break and no time to like, I think a band like that today would be so successful with this TikTok generation and how people only like a few minutes or the chorus. Right. I think if I were to start a band, it would be just all, don't bore us, get to the chorus.
So we got that band we saw for the first time. Remember where Gators used to be in Montgomery? So there was a bar one down from that used to be called Celebrations.
Played there.
And it became Strange Days. That was when Chris Rambo from Off the Wagon, he had Strange Days. And then it went away and became Liquid. So while it was Liquids, the Pop-Tart Monkeys came down. This is right before me and Christine got married, and I remember I was kind of half-assed paying attention to them until they played Uprising by Muse, and it was phenomenal. I was like, this is fucking great. Because nobody was covering that at the time, and I remember thinking, that's fucking dope. So we got married, we went down to Fort Walton. They happened to be the band at the Swamp. It was pretty cool catching up with them down there. But they were like, I'd seen a lot, after seeing you guys, US, Flyby, and the Pygmies, like there were other bands that were like, so I was always on edge a little until I got the vibe of the band, because you see kind of these bigger hit, like you guys really put on a show, like y'all were an entertainment, not just, I can't stand going to concerts and people just stand there and play their instruments, and there's no act, it's just.
That's always been my pet peeve, the bands that would pester us to like help them get in other clubs. I was like, well, the problem with you, they'd be like, we nail all these songs, we play them great. It's like, yeah, but that ain't,
you don't perform.
That ain't enough, dude. There's a band like you in every single town. Meaning, no matter what town you go into, there's a band that can play the songs great, but they wear blue jeans and a t-shirt, and they don't move on stage. They stare at their shoelaces, and they nail all the songs. And they think, I mean, there are so many bands that think that's what matters. And they think, they look at bands like us and Velcro Pygmies and US, and they would be like, they just got lucky and a booking agent saw them and filled up their calendar with all the cool dates and all the cool clubs and all the frats and all the sororities. When really, it's less about us nailing the songs, because Jacob didn't even know the lyrics to the damn songs. He's just up there bullshitting. People listen with their eyes, and that's what we banked with. And it's true. You can find 1,000 bands that play the songs accurately that played to bar staff every single weekend.
Yep. That's like the first, like I'd heard about, because the first of all these was the Pygmies, and I'd heard about them for months ad nauseum. You gotta go see them, they're phenomenal. And I'm just like, it's a bar band. What is so, I mean, it's just a bar band.
They called themselves Barina Rock. I thought that was very clever.
That's good shit. But then you see them, and everything's a little bit bigger than life. Not like annoyingly bigger, but enough to go, oh, this is a thing. And then I also noticed people went up to the stage. Like they didn't, a couple other things I saw before them, everybody's sitting around tables. It's like your background noise. It might as well be elevator music. And you're playing, but nobody gives a shit. They're still talking, smoking their cigarettes, eating their whatever. And then I saw the Pygmies. So I was like, all right, well, they were awesome.
You can't teach entertainment. People are either born with that gene or they're not. It's very rarely you'll see a band that's boring, and then 5 years later go back and see them, and they are doing cartwheels across the stage, spinning the guitar around their neck, and doing all kinds of choreographed like dance moves on the stage. All that kind of stuff is all that matters when you're trying to hold the attention of drunk people. It takes all of that just to keep people's focus on the stage, while also playing songs that they've heard and they love. It's just a combination of that. Some people never figure it out. And I would talk to musicians, tell them blue in the face, and be like, man, it's not that y'all aren't a bad band, it's just that y'all don't have a niche. I remember being so jealous the day I heard about Mustache and their gimmick and what they do and how awesome that is. They have little mustaches they hand out to the crowd and stuff. 90s country band. Singer dresses up like Alan Jackson with the cowboy hat. Have you ever seen them? What?
Yeah.
They're huge.
But anywhere else I'd be like, you're probably right, I should know that, but I got to a place where I hated country music. I mean, hated it. I didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't want to listen. If you put on Friends in Low Places in my car, I would throw the CD out the window. Like, I did not want to hear it. So I just kind of, I don't know why. I can't accurately explain why, other than the high school friends I had, all the band people, they all hated country music. And like the first sticker I ever put on my bass guitar was discourage inbreeding band country music. So like I had this whole like bullshit that had no reason. I just went along with a group. That's how they felt, so that's how I felt. So anything country for a long time, I was like, get that out of my face.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing like there are like key moments in music where music broke through things where I was like, oh, I get this. I can understand why somebody would chase this. And it wasn't the arena shit so much as it was like when I was up in Washington State and I went to Ozfest and like I was backstage because I was doing some work for a radio station.
All right, relax.
Chill. But I could see these dudes were having fun. And like that looked like they were having the time of their life. And it was like, oh, okay, this is that find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I wasn't going to ever be in that life. Like I don't have that talent. I could fake it. But my heart was never in it. I feel like Jacob, first time I saw him play Sweet Child of Mine behind his head, like that blew my mind. Like this guy knows that song so well. He didn't even have to see his guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then you look back to his past and all that time you spent living life crazy and having fun, he spent that time just meticulously working on his craft. Not out of work, but out of a labor of love.
Well, I understand that now. Because I've had things in life that I've gone through, maybe not to that level of extent, but even in the kitchen, like learning to be a chef, like learning to do it at a higher level, not Michelin star level, because that Michelin star chefs are the Jacob of the kitchen. Like they eat, sleep, and breathe that. And I admire that a lot, but I don't want to be married to it.
Have you eaten at a Michelin star before?
I've never at a Michelin star. I've had fine dining that is in the proximity of, and I can tell you there are things that have blown my mind, and then there are other things where I'm going, how is this good or celebrated? This makes no sense to me. Like I had foie gras one time and I was like, this is fucking gross. Who eats this shit? I've had caviar and been like, why is this
But Michelin
good?
star is not only the food.
It's presentation. It's the class of, it's the like cut of meat is the absolute top of the food chain cut of meat. Like every vegetable.
No, I'm telling you, I know.
No, I'm saying like there's a reason it's top tier.
Yeah, I've seen it in person. It's amazing. And I think the only one I've been to was in Poland, but it was incredible. Like it was the top rated Michelin star restaurant. It had the top rate, whatever that is. I can't remember.
And in my country ass, here's Michelin star, and I'm like, what does tires have to do with food? First time I ever heard that, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, is this like a NASCAR thing? Where like certain people get in and sponsor these things? This seems like a weird way for tires to get involved. Food.
Yeah. Well, buddy said that's the thermometer his mom still uses. Can that be on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it had to be turned out.
That's a pretty funny thermometer.
It's a jelly bean phallus. That's what it is.
It's a back massager. You ever tried laying black balls on somebody's back? You're like, relax. Hey, dude.
I built a house with this thing.
That thing, what? It vibrates? Well, this podcast has come to a screeching halt.
It has, because you get so easily distracted.
No, I'm getting people that are coming to the show.
Hell yeah, dude. Way to work.
What time's the show tonight?
7 o'clock.
So I need to, at some point, formulate a set.
You hadn't done that yet?
No. I might not do it till I walk on stage. Quite honestly. It's the way I work.
What if I told you I have no plan?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just gonna walk up there and shoot you.
The whole 3 15-minute bits that segue into each other is just a total farce. That would not surprise me.
What if?
Best comedian ever?
Yeah.
Who bought you that shirt?
My mom.
Okay.
She did.
That's got relative gifts all over it.
It does. And I said I'm gonna wear it on purpose. For 2 reasons. One, because when the best comic ever shows up, I want to be able to say I'm the kind of guy that'll give you this shirt off my back.
That's a pretty funny line. Here we go, piece by piece. We're getting through a set. He's gonna lay it all out on the table.
Why? Why you do this? Why you set me up for failure?
No, I'm just telling you, you will unload your set and possible new bits that you came up with in the shower today.
Isn't that what you were trying to do this for to begin with, so you could work on some new material? So far, we've got your anal thermometer.
Maybe.
What else have we got? We talked music most of the way. That's not been probably that entertaining. We'll probably cut.
I'm trying to write clean, so the anal thermometer is not something that I'm really going to lean into. I may put it away. I may put it in my notes app.
Can that not still be considered
clean
adjacent?
Man, I mean, just picture that bit popping up in a...
Yeah, I can see it. Dry bar and everything. Like, I blame my mom for growing up with bad breath. She never changed the thermometers. I mean, something in there. You kind of had the beginnings of it. What I do hate, and I know this happens to I think everybody, but I know it's happened to me a bunch. You have a moment where you're like, this is going to be such a funny bit. And then you finally get to do it, and it does nothing. I mean, just like in your head, you're like, this is so going to crush. And then, I mean, nothing. Like when I thought, remember I don't know if you're...
That doesn't mean you throw it away.
No. But I'm saying, like, that initial, like I really thought I was onto something here. Like I thought I was gonna, I don't know if you'll remember this over a year ago, but I made the joke about, like, I try to prank you, I send a dick pic to the wrong person as I'm going to your mom, but you intercepted, and send me back a thumbs up with a drooly emoji. So I think she's seen it, but you're actually winning over on the prank. And I thought, this is going to be so funny. And I've done it 3 times. And guess what happened all 3 times?
We just got to figure out a different way to tell it.
Well, at this point, I don't need it. It's not. I don't think I can do that clean. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm not there. I don't have the clean comedy vocabulary to pull that off yet.
Also, something to notice about this guy right here is that this voice you hear right now is one of his many ventriloquist voices that he does.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about when you get on the mic tonight, this voice will not be gone. This character, this person you're watching on a podcast, this will be gone. There'll be a totally different dude depending on who's in the room also. That could dictate. But one thing's for sure, he's going to talk like a 5 o'clock rush hour DJ who's getting you home with the top 5 songs in America right now.
Maybe I should lean into that as a point of making fun of myself and then try to fall out of it on purpose. And then not do
Whatever you do, don't stop doing it, because you can't. Don't let that be a suggestion, because it's not something you're like, maybe I can lean into it. Whatever I need to do, I need to not abandon it because I can't. I don't know how to
stop. Like, I code switch all the time. I don't know how to stop. I'm trying to stop because
I mean, dude, when you're on stage code switching, comics just walk by each other and they're like, who's this motherfucker? Oh, he's black now? Oh, he's gay now? Oh, everybody does that when they pass each other going to get a beer and shit.
The day I figure that out, I'll call the agents and start working on a better future. Until then, though, sorry guys.
And I assume that this is all under the umbrella of finding your voice.
But here's the question:
because the way you're talking now is different. It is so staunchly different that
I know the frustration you're feeling because I hear my kid do it. He'll get home from school and be talking the way he talks around his friends, and I'll be like, "What fuck voice is this?"
Do your friends think that's who you are?
Yeah, and then I'm like, I said it to him the other, like, it's been weeks ago now. I always say the other day. But I remember thinking, as it's leaving my mouth, I'm like, this is what David thinks when he's around me. This is so embarrassing. Like, I'm that guy. I guess it's genetic. I don't know. I don't know why I do it. I know that they say in certain neurodivergent people, you'll mirror people around you's energy, and that can be vocally too.
It's just you trying to assimilate.
Right, but I don't mean to do it. Like, there's no ill intent. But I know that what I look like looks like ill intent. Like when I slip into
I think we're talking about 2 different things there. I think there's you being a chameleon is one thing, but the DJ voice is not part of any room that you're in. So if you're in a room with this mixed black and mixed white, or all gay or mixed gay, whatever that is, you will instinctively do the DJ voice instead of. And I've heard you do it. I've heard you during your sets not do it, but do it as a host. So maybe it's like a hosting voice to you, and depending on where you're slotted on a lineup, you're more apt to go into it.
The only thing I can come up with is when I got started in radio, it was like that was the thing. It was encouraged, and it was kind of like you were listening for a tempo and there was a certain way that the words were delivered and a speed in which they were said and an inflection, and that, like, I practiced that. And now when I get in front of a certain micro, I tried to like record a short video to promote what we're going to do now, and I couldn't release any of them because it was literally like top of the hour, you know what I mean? And it was driving me nuts. I had that Shure mic in front of me and I couldn't fucking stop doing it.
We got 3.8 more miles to go. We'll be getting off the exit here in a moment.
Yeah. Guys, we're doing a show tonight in Crestview, Florida. If you're anywhere on the Panhandle and you've seen me posting about doing comedy and you're on the fence about going or not, come tonight. It would really mean a lot to my Make-A-Wish friend Dubz here. He's headlining, and I think I'm doing 20 minutes. But at a bare minimum, I'm doing 15. It's at the American Legion. It starts at 7 p.m. tonight. Isn't that the start time?
Yeah.
7 p.m.
really affordable drinks.
Tell me what the affordable price to get in is.
I don't know.
All right, well,
It's affordable.
yeah, I mean, it's a buddy deal.
Yeah.
Tell them you know us and ask for our discount. All right, 7 p.m. The American Legion, Crestview, Florida tonight. Come see us, please. Thanks. And that's how you do promo.
Yeah, but you don't do the radio voice ever.
Right. Well, I'm not a fucking maniac, for starters.
Do you think about me?
Yeah, for sure. When you do that.
That's a term of endearment where I come from, sir.
Just tagged you in it.
Hell yeah. Eugene Basham, if you've got him on there, you can tag him in it too.
I did not. But now I'm locked into Instagram, so the podcast is going to be boring. Now this Nature's Metal, you don't follow that, do you?
I do know what you're talking about. Christine was watching that for a while. She like a bunch of mudslides and shit, and like crazy damage done by like tidal waves and stuff like that.
Oh, it's animals ripping each other apart. I can tell you right now, this catfish is about to demolish this dove. You can see it. That dove, it ain't a sneak attack, my man. That dove is staring at you like, bet you won't. He's like, bitch, I'll bet you I will. But we'll never know because the oh, here we go. Boom! Got it. Man, so catfish will eat doves. Do you think that's like...
Catfish will eat anything it can get his mouth.
All right, they'll eat a straw. I know we used to fish with a straw.
The craziest catfish thing it's not that crazy, but it just was very unexpected. Was we were up in Otagoville on the river, and Christine was dragging line because we were like cruising. She just had one casted out, just letting it drag behind us, and something hit on top of the water. So she starts reeling it in, and we're thinking bass most likely, because that's what's most likely to hit. And we weren't going real fast, but we were going decent little clip. I mean, we were moving, and it was a damn catfish.
Thought they were on the bottom.
That's what we all thought. I've never seen a catfish hit topwater, ever.
Also, we have another hour, 26 minutes of this podcast because J-Dubz drives like two old people having sex. Very slow.
Hey, look, who was just in traffic court for a speeding ticket doing 93 and a 70? What's that? I don't hear anything now. Yeah, you bitch.
Yeah.
My insurance is high enough.
Damn, fish be crazy, dude.
Do they?
I've still got 12,000 miles to use for flying.
What does that mean? Like relatively, what does that mean?
I could afford a one-way flight somewhere, cheap, like a cheap one-way flight.
Okay, so like when I hear sky miles, in my brain, what I hear is, if say from Birmingham to Austin is 1,000 miles. I don't know what it is. I'm just throwing like, and then you're like, I got 1,000 miles. I'm like, well, give me 1,000 miles, and you give it to them, and then you fly.
Yeah, but that trip realistically is maybe 23,000 miles. It has nothing to do with the distance.
But that's what I'm saying. I've never had miles.
Yeah, it's
so
like
that's what my brain hears.
It's like when you go to an arcade and you get tickets. This ticket equals this many.
So is it like $1 a sky mile?
I don't know.
Like
you can get double points on miles. I'm using my uncle's who's passed away.
I finally have.
He had a bunch.
I finally have a credit card that gives me 5% cash back on something, and I thought that was pretty cool.
You're in the left lane, not even going the limit.
First of all, speed limit just changed to 65. Douche nozzle.
So what else you want to talk about?
Why you put the pressure on me?
Because this whole podcast was your idea.
You sure did not try to talk me out of it.
I said I've got the shit with me to do it. Man, how in the world? Loud audio? Is that somebody you're dealing with?
Yeah, that's the Mackie. They shipped
1204. They sent something.
What did they say? Let's hear about it on the air. Get fucked. It should be updated tracking information, I'm hoping. Because what they sent me yesterday, the tracking number didn't. And this is great stuff, by the way. I'm glad you guys are. No one cares.
If you're listening this far into it,
yeah, you're a fucking trooper.
Get a life. No, I'm just kidding.
What were you expecting, Matt and Shane?
How much, dude? How much are you paying? What? I can't get over that question. How much are you paying for a producer?
Oh, here's a fun thing.
I guess whatever that pod brings in, they can have all of it. No, they can have all of it. Oh, I knew it.
You were literally calling me while we're recording a podcast, so you're being recorded right now.
Hi, podcast. Someone's looking out your window at me. Where you want this money? You know, for all them dildos.
Hey, put it in the black box on the side of my house.
Okay. If they'll fit.
They'll fit.
Okay.
If not, spit on them. Then push them in.
Nah, I'll let you do that.
All right, then.
All right, then. Bye.
Who was that?
It's one of the residents. She cut Asher's hair yesterday, but she was dropping off her rent. Our ratings just went up. But yeah, so funny that you should say that. So this has been something that's gotten me tickled and frustrated, and then, back and forth. I laugh or I'm mad about it, but it is, I think it's also an age thing, because I start to look at things differently, and I go, okay, maybe I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt. But for as many people that act like they're on fire to do comedy or to do a podcast or to do something where they're going to put out content, it sure seems to be a lot of people talk about it, but almost nobody does it. I mean, it's crazy to me how many people talk. You and I talk about shit, and then we do it. Like, we go buy the thing that we need, or we find the app or the whatever the fuck, and then we just do it. But there's a lot of people that don't, and it's crazy to me how many people don't follow. I don't know. I just.
You mean how many people dream and don't chase it?
Yeah, like, you can dream, and dreaming's great, but dreaming requires action, and action will.
It doesn't require action.
Well, I mean, to see it through, like, dreams to fruition require work.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on the moment where that genie lamp shows up and you get to wish for stuff, and I think that's seemingly is the mentality that 100,000 subscribers are going to fall out of the sky and somebody's going to become instantly popular and have a crowd just magically from doing just open mics and doing nothing to increase their viewership or following or whatever. And they're going to make a podcast. It's going to be great. It's going to be such a good, but then they don't film a single episode or record anything and never put it out. So I never, and then I see the people that do it and they just do it. They don't care. They're at least following it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I like the idea of entertaining people, but the longer I move forward that way, like the people that write books about themselves, but they don't really do anything, is crazy to me, and I don't want to do that either. I don't want to, like, look at me, but I'm just a regular dude. I'm not all that impressive.
Yeah.
Big deal. You got it up, so did I.
Yeah. Did you figure out how to make separate channels inside of our channel on YouTube?
I have not even fucked with it yet. I know that there's a way to do like pages because I've seen it on like the hot ones. If you go on their webpage, like it's all of it, and then you have the ones that's just like the wing challenge, and then there's one that's like the little truth or dab or whatever. Like there's different segments.
Yeah.
There's a way to do that, which I think would be the easiest way, and then you can put the headers in, or like in the whatever, like little side links, if you want to direct link it back to whoever's connected to it.
Yeah. RFK Jr. just claimed that eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch turns you into a wicker. Did you know that? I didn't know that was true.
Well, I guess my code switching makes sense then.
Yeah. I did,
Sorry,
man.
guys, it's
Cinnamon,
also-
I forget about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That really is so good.
At my fattest, when I'm truly being a fat one, and I'm just like, fuck it, this is for me. You ever layered cereal? I know this is gonna be the fattest shit you've heard today. You ever layered a bowl of cereal with different cereals?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I will have all of this in stock to do this. The Golden Grams base, s'mores cereal for the middle layer, and then Cinnamon Toast Crunch for the top layer is phenomenal.
Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
When we leave the show tonight, we're gonna go saw his legs off.
I haven't done it in a while. Oh, it's a dead cat. Did you see the Cam on SNL?
At the desk?
The weekend update.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was funny, but he flubbed a couple words, and I felt like you could tell he was a little bit nervous, but he was still him.
He's not a good reader. They can fix that, though. I mean, that's fixable.
Oh, man.
SNL looks good from last night.
Haven't seen it yet.
This looks good. I mean, I haven't watched them yet, but I've got them recorded.
Who was the host?
I don't know. Anyway. Well, what do you say we wrap this episode
Yeah.
up?
At this point, I feel like you just be forcing it.
Yeah.
This is really more for the purposes of seeing if it works.
This is for you to play around with the video production and see if you can get it going.
Yeah,
See
why
if you
not?
can sync. Syncing the audio and video should be easy enough. But thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't ever forget to subscribe to the channel. I know you hear a lot of people say it, but if you could hit that notification bell, make sure that you get updated when we upload either a podcast or just any of the various content that we put up. Shows, roast battles, podcasts, whatever. Anyway, thank y'all. We'll see you.